Okay, so if we look at the
I feel like I'm getting the first bit right,
yeah,
but then I don't know what's happening
exactly.
after.
And the transition's always going to be tough. Again, the feeling for you now, they look at the sort of two lines. The red line was the one before. You see how much space you go on the way back, how much space off that wall you get there now. So for you to get back into that red line there, you've got to either move your hips so far, in which case if you do that, your body's going to pop backwards and then pop up. And that's where the old keep your head down comes in, all that rubbish. Or you don't move back at all and your low point's back here. So either way, you're going to probably be picking the ball off the top. It's very hard, if not impossible, to compress the ball. You start trying to move there now, you kind of get towards it. There's kind of your impact. That's sort of like pop up, as we can see here now. Hands are kind of level, haven't got through the red. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this move here now as we go back.
Knee still goes.
Yeah, but not quite as far away from that red line. You can see it goes a little bit earlier there now, but that kind of stays there and sort of starts moving towards target. And now as we come through, we're getting nearer that green line. And there's your impact. Look at your hands there now. They're a bit more, yeah. I mean, look at there a bit more on top of the golf ball there now. You're leaning a bit more. The key thing on this left-hand one now, when you finished, you finish through here. Now, look how much your right foot kind of kick slides through, yeah? And then when you do that, you're like, losing a bit of balance, and then you have to sort of re-stabilise your feet this way. Because your body is rotating better now, look at your right foot. It doesn't kick slide because you're not trying to fire your hips towards target. I mean, I think you know where your body needs to be to kind of get the strike you want to do. But it's like that sort of age-old joke, right? How do you get from here to Cardiff? Well, don't start here. You've got to start in somewhere else, yeah? You're going to get your foot to that position. But if you're back here, how do you get there? You can't. So you've got to get that sensation of, I say, we'll do that work on the way. You feel your right cheek's going towards the target as a feel. So now you're only going to move a little bit and you're there. Now your foot can just roll up. Whereas if you kind of go back here, you're like, oh God, I'm going to get left quickly.
The wrong way,
you're just basically just chucking everything at the golf ball to try to hit the golf ball and turf. And if you do that too much, that's when old Tom Hanks come in play and you end up hitting the field off to the right there. So if we can do a better move in the backswing, which will take a little bit of getting used to, you then got to do less in the way down, which then, if we think of it this way, the less you've got to do on the way down for getting a good impact position, generally is going to lead to a more consistent strike. And I've not said anything to you about how to create shaft lean or trying to create shaft lean. Look where your shaft starts. Well, look where your shaft starts there. And look where the green line was. That was your shaft impact, wasn't it? Yes. So you started there. We started to shift. There's your impact. Yeah. So you're creating the angle you want, which is why the launch angle is coming down a little bit. Once you get, I mean, could we go a bit further towards that green line in the backswing? Of course we could, yeah. But I'm not expected to go from where it was here, sort of way back off that red line there, having a lot of space to then trying to fire everything back that way, yeah. I mean, it's going to be getting that first move better, that knee collapsing here now and just keep going this way. Just a long way off the golf ball, yeah? And to try and get back. With a driver, that might be okay, because you can hit the ground a bit early, hit up on the ball, and you can, I'm going to say get away, that's the wrong word, but it's a method that can work with the driver. We're trying to strike your irons there. If you're that far off the golf ball, you've got so far to get back to where you want to get to. The best you can hope for is striking between the sort of two green lines there and hoping the other ball sat up a little bit, you had in the sort of second cut or the first cut. Or you just happen to pick it perfectly, which is just relying on too much it's too risky.
But it's not consistent,
it's
and
not
that's the thing.
Consistent, exactly.
And you realise like consistency is the answer to get better scores.
Exactly. So we've got to try and get that sensation. So as your arms are doing this now, we want to see eventually, not necessarily going to happen today, but that hip on that one there, we want to see
going down
that movement.
A bit earlier, is it?
As the arms are doing this, you sort of go up there now, so your hips don't move, and then you start trying to fire with the club comes down. So as you're trying to fire it down this way, the body's going that way, and that's what gives that sort of pop up. As you're swinging the arms fast this way, body's going that way. If I'm moving here, I'm moving with it, and it's the same way when you see someone throw a ball. When you see someone throw a ball, everything goes there and then fires. You wouldn't go exactly. You wouldn't
step
go
into it. Well, I think Harrington does that.
Exactly.
Drill, didn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. So that's going to be the thing to focus on. Okay. Takes a little bit again. You still get that drill on the wall there now, where you can sort of set up here, put the club across your chest, and basically what you want to feel is that your right cheek behind there is basically going to go forward towards target. Yeah. Get that sensation, it's almost while doing so, keeping your head up tall.
Yeah, and it feels counterintuitive because you said you've got a little bump to go back.
Yeah,
but yet your right cheek is going the other way.
Exactly. Yeah, you basically your hips are kind of going.
Yeah.
Going round, so you sort of just trigger it and just step it back. Yeah, well, just a little bit of a it's a little bit of a move and then go. Yeah, but I'll send that through plus the video of that guy doing that. But jump on the wall there now for a few of those practice field moves.